Cocktails with Karen. I always encourage people to drink. You don't have to drink. I'm drinking. Hi, guys! It's the whole crew. I got the whole crew today. How has everybody been? I haven't seen you in forever.
I know, I miss you.
Oh, I miss you.
Oh, I should have my mask on. They're still here, right?
I know, they're still here. Well, so everybody, this is Dr. Jackson and her whole crew from Skin Wellness Dermatology in Durham. We used to hang out late afternoons together.
Yes.
And we would have a good time. So listen, Dr. Jackson, you're going to come to my housewarming.
Yes.
You're going to bring, so we'll make it like, okay, here's the plan. We'll make it like a housewarming Botox party. And then we'll do M-Sculpt in one of the guest bedrooms.
We can do that. Bye. They just wanted to say hi to you. So
I'm so happy to see y'all. Okay. So yeah, we'll do that. We'll just do we'll set up a room for Botox, set up a room for M-Sculpt, and then everybody else will be eating. It'll be a party.
So we can eat and then go get M-Sculpt.
Right. That? I love it.
Yes.
So for people who don't know who you are and don't know, this is like Cocktails with Karen has taken on, hey, Fred Shropshire is on. Cocktails with Karen has taken on a Durham theme today, which I'm so good with. So tell everybody who you are, what you do, where you're located, all of the fabulous stuff. Go ahead.
All of that. So I am Dr. Brooke Jackson. I'm a board certified dermatologist. I moved here in 2013 from Chicago, native Washingtonian though, but I opened my practice in 2016, Skin Wellness Dermatology Associates. So we are very close to South Point Mall, stone's throw. And we are full service dermatology. So we see people from little itty bitties. I think the oldest patient I have is 100, just turned 100 years old.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and so we do general dermatology. We do a lot of cosmetics. We always like to make people look good and feel good. And that is why we are here for you.
So y'all, the first time I met Dr. Jackson has a way of catching your attention just like that. Because she was at an event that Radio 1 did in Durham, promoting small businesses. And she did a presentation and basically she was breaking down. I mean, she wasn't like calling people out per se, but what she did was make it clear that Black does indeed crack. Okay. And some of the Black that we see on TV and in magazines that we love so much and admire and go, oh, she looks so good for her age. That Black has had a little help. That Black had some assistance. A little.
She said a lot.
Yes. So that's how she I think you caught my attention with like a before picture of Michelle Obama. Yeah. I think one of the ones that caught me, or maybe it was just a picture of Michelle Obama. I don't remember which one it was, but I was like, oh, that's why Michelle looks so good. Okay, I get it now. All right, I see. So
the thing is that everyone's doing something and there's nothing wrong with it. There's no shame in it. You know, you have to feel good about yourself. And if you need a little tox, if you need a little filler, you need a little do something, then go for it. There's no shame. And, you know, when I look at award shows, what is interesting is I don't really care so much about the award. I love the red carpet. I live for the red carpet because just trying to see what people are doing. And I mean, we've all seen people that you can't recognize. Mm-hmm. And that's not the plan. You should look like a better version of yourself. So it's an enhancement. It is not a change.
Right. So, and then there are Dr. Jackson, because we spent time together. She's like shared with me, oh, well, you know, Christy Brinkley is an older white woman, right? And you don't typically see older white women who look like Christy Brinkley. Now, of course, back in the heyday, Christy Brinkley, beautiful model, but Dr. Jackson was like, yeah, there is some support going on there, and it's not all about plastic surgery anymore, because everybody thinks everything is plastic surgery. They ain't doing plastic surgery to look like that, because it's not like J-Lo can disappear for 3 months to recover.
Yeah, no. You know, I mean, definitely there's some people who are absolutely genetically blessed, you know, so they are already ahead of the start line. They got a running start. And, you know, the rest of us are just trying to catch up, keep up, try not to drown. And so, you got to do little things along the way that allow you to look your best. I always tell people that the age you start is the age you stay. So, you start doing little things in your late 30s, 40s, and little prevents the really, really big by doing nothing. So.
Right. Awesome. So if somebody's listening right now or watching right now and they're going, wow, I did not know that there was a Black woman.
I'm a crack open my cocktail right now.
Oh, go ahead. Have your cocktail. Have your cocktail, Dr. Jackson. So if someone is watching and they're going, oh, I did not know that there was a Black woman dermatologist in the Bull City.
Yeah.
And they're wondering, like, can she help me with this bald patch I got right here? Is that something that you can help people with? How does it work? What all?
Yeah, I actually have a hair loss clinic every other Tuesday, and I'm going to tell you that a lot of hair loss is exacerbated by stress, and we are booked out from a hair loss clinic all the way through July. So it is happening, and when COVID first started, that's the first thing I said to my staff is like, hair loss clinic is going to be ridiculous in June and July because we're 3 months after all this started. And so, we are here for you if you have any challenges, because it's always better to make sure that we get on top of it and get some treatment initiated, because we don't know when this is going to end. And we don't know that there's not going to be a second round of it. And just because we can go back out and about doesn't mean, and there's a lot going on, a lot going on aside from COVID. People are losing their jobs. You got to worry about your job. Then we have all of the things that have been going on in the news for the last couple of weeks with the Black community. It's a lot. And then you got to homeschool on top of that. So
girl, listen, I promise you, there was no child on God's green earth that was more excited about school ending than me. I promise you, because my struggles with math started with fractions, and guess what third graders are working on? So I could not wait for it to be over. So I'm just thankful. So now we're in that zone of keeping our kids occupied without them playing video games and watching, Disney Plus all day long.
Yeah. Okay.
And I know you deal with that too, because you got 3 littles at home as well. So yeah, God bless you. God bless you. Yeah. So you can help people with regular dermatology issues, with hair loss issues. If they want to get their Michelle Obama, Angela Bassett on, not saying that they do anything specific. I'm just saying if you want to enhance what you got going on. She's like, my lips are sealed. You won't hear it from me. But if you want to get your Christy Brinkley J-Lo on, you can come see you. What are the 3 things you have to do for skin? I already know she's gonna say sunscreen.
Yeah.
She's gonna say moisturize. And I don't know what else would you say, or would you not say most? I know that sunscreen is gonna be number 1.
I would say see a board certified dermatologist. There's a reason why we go to school for 12 years to do what we do. There's a reason why we do it and make it look easy. So, why not go to somebody who does this for a profession rather than trying to figure it out for yourself? I cannot tell you what I've been doing the last 2 weeks. We just reopened on May 18th. And my dear patients, some of them went total rogue on me. Rogue. And I'm like, look, we've been here. We have been available. What are you doing, ma'am? It's like,
I just thought I could do it myself. I thought maybe no.
We had a plan. Let's get back on the plan. If you go off the plan, you are not going to see results. So come back home to mama. Come on.
Come home to mama. Let's get this together. I have a friend, and I tell her all the time that she went to law school, but she swears up and down that she knows as much as a doctor. And we had a conversation about, her getting Botox or getting fillers. And she's like, well, I don't want a fat face, and I don't want this, and I don't want that. And I was like, and she's like, I think I need this, and I think I need that. I was like, or just going out on a limb here, maybe you could see a dermatologist and they could tell you what you need. Listen, I know people who went to law school think they know more than everybody else, but I'm just saying. So I was out there preaching your gospel.
Yeah, we actually save people a lot of money because, when people come in with their bags and bags and bags of false starts from internet stuff, from drugstore, from whatever their girlfriend told them, we could have just rather than taking all these detours, let's just get straight to the point and get the plan together.
So my coworker, whom I love and adore, Miss
Hi,
Autumn
Autumn Joy.
is on. She says she needs her edges to grow back. What can you do about edges? Do you see a lot of edge issues?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, so a lot of, let's say first of all, the natural process is that your hair starts thinning usually in your late 20s, early 30s. Okay,
So
and
I'm
that's
almost there, is what you're saying?
almost
As someone
almost there.
who's in their late 20s, I'm
Yeah,
almost at the point where
almost there.
okay.
Some of it is genetic, some of it is also what you are doing to it. And so obviously the less tension that you can put on your edges, the better. And sometimes the tension starts when you were a little girl. You had no control over those little tight ponytails that your mother gave you. If you've worn braids, if you've worn weaves, any kind of pulling style is not great or not long-term healthy for your edges. And so some of that is just talking about what other styles will work for you just to take the tension off. But there's some tricks and treatments that we can do to help to bring them back.
Someone said, do you do natural treatments?
That's a loaded question because what exactly does that mean?
What is natural? What does that
mean? Natural. Let me just say this. There are a lot of treatments out there. Natural, I tell people that if you have allergy sensitive skin, in general, eczema, you don't get along with nature very well, right? So the last thing you want to do is to use a whole lot of natural products with lavender and all of these essential oils because your skin and your body don't like nature. So if you get rashy and you've got asthma and you go using all of these essential oils, before we closed, I think in 1 week, I had 4 people who had issues with essential oils. You don't like nature. Nature doesn't like you. So, can you avoid chemicals? Sure. Can you do, within reason? Everything is within reason. You can't go from 0 to 60 and nothing in between. We do best in between. So a little bit of this, a little bit of that. We don't have to be dogmatic one way or the other.
That I never thought about it like that. If you have a lot of allergies and sensitive skin, you and nature don't get along, so you don't need to be using a lot of natural stuff. And I think that's the exact opposite of what people think, because we be practicing medicine at the house. See, we think we know. Okay, I see why you said. Okay, I get it now. All right, it's all clicking. I get it. So let's see, tips for keeping your bikini line smooth, according to Miss Autumn Joy. She said she's the 21-year-old. Go ahead.
All right. Well, now,
Let's break it down, Dr. Jackson.
I feel like my dear. Tips for keeping the area down there clean. Depending on how you're going to manage your unwanted hair. I'm a big fan of laser hair removal. It is actually very safe in skin of color. I did the original studies that allow us to use the lasers in skin of color. So I love doing it, and it can be very safe if you go to someone who knows what they are doing. With that said, there's also no such thing as permanent hair removal. So we are thinning the hair. We can make it finer and less dense, but you will still have some hair growth. And so most people will need to continue to do something. On average, it's like 3 or 4 treatments on the front end and then probably 1 treatment a quarter, as long as your hair has color. So we can't treat people who've got gray, white, blonde, or red hair. We can treat people who've got darker colored hair very, very safely. We can treat people who've got dark skin very, very safely these days.
So darkness is good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.